Hello, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, students. It's nice to be back with you all. I just want to start this new chapter that is for understanding employee attitudes. Till the last chapter, which we have done, motivating employees, was for the week 9. Now, this is for week 10. So I will be just going through some of the important slides and hope you have all started because I have already posted the slides. You have started reading it and I will be just giving you some important areas now. As you all know, understanding employee attitudes is a very important part of any organization and how employees behave with regards to their bosses, their colleagues, and very importantly the mode of conduct of how best they can work with relation to their job performance and specification and importance to their attitude. Some of the outlines are given in the starting of the slides which you can go through about how or why we should care about the attitudes, and then cause to be satisfied with the commitment to their jobs, satisfaction and commitment, and then dissatisfaction and other negative work attitude of employees. You can just check what is a job satisfaction. The attitude employees have towards their jobs. Job satisfaction is multifaceted. Multifaceted means that the job satisfaction is considered to be composed of feelings and attitudes about a number of elements or facets of the job. Example: pay, supervision, co-workers, work and promotion opportunities. Employee may be satisfied with one facet of work. Example: their pay but not other. Example, that is co-workers. Now, organizational commitment is the extent employee identifies within, that is involved within an organization. So how or why should we care about employee attitudes? When a person attends a work, that is very important, and stay with the organizations, and which time he comes to work and how he performs his duties and helps the organization, and the kind of behavior he possesses, the ethical behavior, that is important, and why he should care about the employee attitudes. As I just started the class, as I told you, some of the antecedents and the satisfaction and commitment and consequences of those antecedents. Like, for example, if you see, I can just tell you, an individual predisposition, a person being predisposed for a satisfaction and commitment, that is the consequences, the performance. Satisfaction with life, that is satisfaction is the turnover of what the consequences is all about. Similarly, the other antecedents you can check with the consequences of the job, stressors or co-workers and other areas. In all, antecedents and consequences of job satisfaction and co-organizational represents the overall employee attitudes towards the organization. Number 2, what causes employees to be satisfied with and committed to their job? As we have been seeing in the last chapters, as I've been discussing in chapter 1, 2 and 3 also, the commitments of any employee towards organization. That is, here there are 3 facets of organizational commitments: effective commitment, continuous commitment, normative commitment. Please note down this slide. This is a very important areas for any commitment for an organization. I repeat, important slide means what organizations should do for a person, that is to be satisfied. The extent to which an employee wants to remain with an organization and cares about it is effective commitment. Continuance commitment, the extent to which an employee believes they must remain with an organization to the time and expense and effort they have already put into the organization. So there's a little difference between these two, A and B. And finally, if you see normative commitment, the extent to which an employee feels an obligation to remain with an organization. Then we come on to the next point in what causes employee to be satisfied. Now that is individual differences, satisfaction with other aspects of lives, and fit with the job's expectations and the organization, enjoyable task, and so on and so forth. You can just check out all these points. Then we have, as we have seen, each one by one we will go individual differences. The individual differences theory postulates that some variability in job satisfaction is due to an individual's personal tendency across situation to enjoy what he or she does. Thus, certain types of people will generally be satisfied and motivated regardless of the type of job they hold. That is individual difference. So please read it carefully, and your textbook gives a lot of examples of people who have a difference in their satisfaction. Individual differences that could affect job satisfaction are genetic predisposition, core self-evaluation, self-esteem, self-efficacy. This is concerned with the person's overall differences, that is, internal locus of control, the extent to which people believe that they are responsible for and in control for the success or failure in life. Internal locus of control, which believes that, for example, how a person working in a particular position as a manager or a particular extent he is in control of things, optimisms, positive affectivity, culture and intelligence. Then B, that is, are employees satisfied with other aspects of their life? Like, for example, research indicates that people who are unhappy in life and unhappy on their jobs will not leave their job because they are used to being unhappy. Certain circumstances makes them overall unhappy because of their overall behavior of how they take life and go on in their particular aspects of satisfaction. C, are employees' job satisfaction being met? When psychological contract breaches occur, means a kind of contract that is verbally between two employees or two individuals, the job satisfaction and organizational commitment go down. An employee intentions to leave the organization increases, means they are unhappy, they are not satisfied. Psychological contract, an organization promise, and obligation to an employee. Please remember these points. This could be asked in your multiple choice. What is a psychological contract? Or the kind of multiple choices given could be anything A, B, C or D. An organizational promise and obligation to an employee. And then moving on to D, that is, the employee is a good fit with the job and the organization. Employees who perceived a good fit means how much they are identified with the organization, that they remain with the organization, perform better, engage in OCBs, that is, organizational citizenship behaviors. Now, organization citizenship behaviors is nothing but following the rules, regulations and conduct of the company and trying to be prepared for any eventualities or challenges by the company. that is the organization which puts it forth for the organization. Fit with the job or an organization, the extent to which employees values interest, that is how a company would understand a person is reliable, he fits in, or the lifestyle and skills that match those of their vocation, job, organization, and co-workers and supervision. So I want to stop this here. I will continue the next video. You can have a look at. Thank you very much.